welcome back to Uncool ASMR. So, when I first wanted to start my ASMR channel, I did a lot of research. I spent weeks going over things like microphones, cameras, things like that, and there aren't really a lot of good videos out there really explaining what you need to do to start out your channel, like step by step. There are plenty of mic tests and comparisons that some bigger ASMR artists have done, which, don't get me wrong, are helpful, but don't really go into detail of the specifics of what you need. So that's what we're going to be doing in this series. I'm going to be going over some equipment, some gear, answer some questions that I had when I was trying to figure out how to make videos. And hopefully it'll help somebody. So, yeah, let's get started. So the first thing I want to go over is basic equipment. So obviously, being an ASMR channel, the most important thing is audio. I know the first thing you're going to want to do when you start a channel is go buy a really nice camera, but you really don't need a nice camera. You can use your cell phone. Most modern cell phones have amazing cameras on them. Like I have the Galaxy Note 20. I can shoot 8K video on that. It's incredible. That being said, I only use that for shorts since it automatically shoots in the correct aspect ratio to upload shorts. Now for everything else, I use the camera that I am shooting with right now, which is the Canon Rebel T3i. And I didn't pay a lot of money for this. I actually got it, for free from my fiance. She just had it laying around, so I used it. Now I know not everybody has, a camera just laying around. So this camera you could probably get used for around $200-300, which is not bad for a DSLR. But like I said before, the most important thing is audio. Unfortunately, the Canons have notoriously terrible preamps. And all microphones actually inside cameras are terrible, so you never want to use that. You can actually go on Amazon and get nice condenser cameras, which I have on top of the camera right now. And they will give you some really nice quality audio. Now, like I said before, Canons have terrible preamps, so you don't want to hook the microphone into the actual camera itself. That is where this comes into play. Now this is the Zoom H5, and what it is a recorder, obviously, and I'm sure you've seen these in lots of ASMR videos. You can record stereo audio from these little capsules up here, and it's very good audio. It's not the best, but it's good enough, especially for starting out. But the most important thing is actually down here, and these are XLR inputs. And what you do with these is, like I did right here, you hook up your microphone from on top of the camera and plug it into the bottom of this, and it will record straight to your SD card. And you can adjust the gain, you can pause your recordings. Generally, this thing is fantastic. I know not everybody can afford something like this. This cost about $280 new. You can get them for about $200 used, or you can even go for something a little bit cheaper, like the Zoom H1N. which is the older model of this, but it's still a phenomenal piece of equipment. It has great microphones still, and it also has an XLR input that provides phantom power to power your microphone. So highly recommend the Zoom H5. Any of the Zoom products, really. They're all phenomenal pieces of gear. And I couldn't make good quality videos without it. Now, I know the number one microphone everybody always recommends to beginners is the Blue Yeti. I myself started out with the Blue Yeti, and don't get me wrong, it is a decent quality microphone. It's great for starting off. It's not the best around, but it's definitely not the worst. What I don't like about it is not just the high noise floor or the self noise, which is that hissing you get in the background. It's much louder on that, on the Blue Yeti, than it is on, say, the microphone I'm using right now, which we'll get into later. It's not only that, it's a USB microphone, which a lot of people like. It's very simple to use. You just plug it into your computer and you record. Very simple, very straightforward. I don't like being tied to a computer, especially since with computers comes noise from fans. So I actually sold that and picked up my Zoom, as well as the Movo, I believe it's the VXR10. I will link everything I talk about in the description down below, so you can take a look at it. There's also the VXR Pro, which I will be upgrading to soon. It just has a slightly quieter self-noise, and it's also a super cardioid pattern as opposed to a regular cardioid. So it's a little bit more directional. It doesn't pick up as much, room noise. Alright, so next I want to talk about lighting. Lighting is so important. If you don't have good lighting, you're gonna get a bunch of nasty, shadows all over your face, and you're gonna kind of blend into your background, and you don't want that. So what I recommend, especially for beginners, is just something simple like a ring light. A ring light is very versatile, fairly inexpensive, and very mobile. You can move it to wherever you need it. They're just very, very easy to get a hold of, and you can make them do pretty much anything. Now, when you start moving up a little bit and want to, make some higher quality videos with some better lighting, you generally move up to something like what I have right up there, which is a softbox. Now, I bought a lighting set on Amazon. It came with 3 softboxes with, all the light bulbs, the diffusers, the stands, everything. And it was like $50. It was great. It was on sale at the time, so it might be a little bit more expensive now, but not much. You can get some very reasonably priced softboxes on there. Again, I will link it in the description down below. So next, I want to talk about what you see right next to me, the green screen. Now, when you look up green screens online, on places like Amazon, eBay, you might get a little put off or scared at some of the prices, but don't worry. You can find some really affordable green screens online. Like right here, it's like a 9-foot by 6-foot green screen I got for $19. It came with a couple clamps. Luckily I had a laundry rack that I actually used to hang the green screen on, so that saved me a little bit of money there. But you can also get, the collapsible green screens that like fold up and pop back out, and you can get those fairly cheap, I believe like $30, and you can just lean them up against a wall. And in future videos we'll get into how to light your green screens properly to get a decent effect and things like that. Today's video, I just really want to go over the actual gear itself. Alright, and the last thing I want to go over today is something that a lot of people overlook, but I feel like it's one of the most important part of actually editing your videos, which are these little guys. These are in-ear monitors, and what they are basically very, very high quality headphones, basically. Most headphones have 1 or 2 drivers, which are the little tiny speakers inside of them that make the sound. Things like this have 5 in each ear, and they are all set to different frequencies, so each individual driver is very, very good at making that specific frequency, so you just get a very high fidelity sound. You get a very true sound, so you know what your videos are going to sound like when you upload them. Now, if you use, basic headphones like I have in right here, they're okay for monitoring your audio while you're recording, like I'm doing right now. But when you actually get into the editing part, you want a monitor that is going to give you the truest sound as possible. Like when I first started making videos, a lot of my videos were very quiet. I was using headphones that weren't very good, and things sounded louder than they really were. Things sounded better than they really were. And I got these, which are the highest quality headphones I've ever owned. And I have, good headphones. I have, like Galaxy Buds, decent headphones. These cost all of, I think, $40, and it is the best audio quality I've ever heard in my life. And it just gives you, like I said before, a very true, flat sound, so you know what your final product will sound like. Now, these aren't, absolutely 100% necessary. You don't need these right away, but I really do swear by these things when it comes to editing my videos. Alright, well, that is going to do it for today's video. Next video, I'm going to go a little bit deeper into different, recording techniques, like, proper lighting, soundproofing, that sort of thing. I hope you enjoyed. I hope, this helped at least 1 or 2 of you. If you have any questions about anything when it comes to, gear, audio equipment, anything like that, feel free to comment down below. I am always looking at my comments. I love talking to you guys, and I am more than happy to help. So, that's going to be it for tonight. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day, and stay safe. Bye-bye.